It's no surprise to me that there are so many people here today. My dad was loved very much, as my uncle said. And those of you who didn't have the joy of knowing him and are here just to support my mom, my brothers, and our family, you should know that the best you have ever seen from us was a result of his presence in our lives. I really didn't want his eulogy to be centered around his cancer. But I truly believe that the last 18 months of his life best displayed his awesomeness, and he was awesome, and I'm sure you all agree. My dad was diagnosed with cancer on August 2nd, 2012. And 585 days later, on the morning of March 4th, he went home to be with his Lord and Savior. A few people have sent me condolences referring to my dad's passing as losing his battle to cancer. But I'm here to tell you differently. My dad didn't lose his battle to cancer. In fact, he defied all the odds that his diagnosis presented him with. When we were told he had cancer, none of the doctors had faith in anything greater than medicine. 3 to 6 months was the average lifespan upon diagnosis for a bile-duct cancer patient. We met with surgeons, ER doctors, experts of infectious disease, his oncologist. I had connected online with other patients and families who were dealing with the same type of cancer. And there was consensus on their faces and in every message they sent me. My dad was going to die in 3 to 6 months. But little did they know, God had another plan. My dad was going to fight to live 3 times longer than they were prepared for. Prior to beginning his treatment, my dad's oncologist recommended a less aggressive approach, focused on just keeping him comfortable in his last days. But my dad requested to be treated with the most aggressive type of chemo known to have the best results for the type of cancer that he had. We knew that this posed the highest risk of side effects. We were told by advisors and nurses of all the side effects he would likely experience: loss of hair, nausea, vomiting, neuropathy, and pain. My dad went through over 40 sessions of chemotherapy since November of 2012. We were amazed and relieved that he experienced none of the major side effects, and he never took any pain or anxiety medicine until his last days. My dad stopped working when he began his treatment, but he couldn't bear to stop being productive. He surprised us all by signing up for a certification program to become a peer counselor for San Mateo County. The program trained him to counsel those who were elderly, sick, or in need of emotional help. Imagine a man just diagnosed with cancer and told he may only live 3 to 6 months, still working to give help to others as long as he was still able. He believed every day he had was given to him by God, and he continued to be a blessing to others until he left us. In addition to being strong, my dad was a faithful man. Even when he felt sick or weak or tired from sleepless nights, he continued to serve God and attended church and Bible studies during his fight. He continued to lead worship in the weeks leading up to his death, even while struggling to walk and carry his guitar. The cancer he fought couldn't manage to shake the faith of this man lying in front of you. When even those of us closest to him questioned and battled with God, he remained fearless and fully trusted in the will of his Heavenly Father. My dad was a loving husband, father, and grandfather. He was raised in a large family, most of whom are sitting here in front of me. And like his own parents, he had a way of making each and every one of us feel like that we were his favorite, but it was definitely me. He had a selfless love that put the needs of those around him above his own. He was not arrogant. His pride was in our joy. He was never unhappy. His contentment was in our success. He was not greedy or materialistic. Those of us here today, we were his riches. I was fortunate to be the one who accompanied my dad to his chemo appointments almost every Friday. We had a lot of quality time together over the last 18 months. And while the nature of our visits wasn't what many would call happy, there was nothing less than happy when it came to my dad. We shared many intimate moments during these days, and a whole lot of Filipino lunches. And we We spoke a lot about our families, our memories, and our futures. He was very proud of me. I was his bata, which means child in Tagalog. Many of you have been impressed by my strength through all of this, but I'm no comparison to this man. I'm encouraged and motivated by the example he set for me. And I will continue to try and carry on as the pillar of strength that he represented to our family. He would want my mom to know how much he loved her, and that he wouldn't have left if he didn't trust that she would be taken care of by those of us here. He would want my brothers to know how happy he was about their successes in life, and that regardless of all the struggles it took to get you where you guys are now, your true success is shown in your families. He was so proud of the husbands and fathers you guys became. And I know that you found your inspiration because of him. And for his grandchildren, he loved you guys so much. I see different pieces of him in each and every one of you. And I know he put them there. I will be counting on you guys to continue reminding us of how wonderful your Lolo King was, each and every single day. Continue to make him proud, and continue to stand up for cancer, because I know that he loved every minute of everything we did for him. I want the rest of you to know how peaceful he was during his last days here. Surrounded by the love of my mom, my brothers and me, all of his grandchildren, his brothers and sisters, and our friends. He was still laughing and smiling just hours before he went to be with our Lord. And I'm sure if you knew him personally, that is no surprise to you. He was happy when we were all together. He was happy that we were reminiscing. And he was at peace knowing that we all had each other. He was ready to join his Father in heaven and to be the memory who keeps our family rooted together. All of us and all of you, he brought us all together. And this was all that mattered to him. My family and I have received such an outpouring of love through messages, texts, and emails from our dearest family and friends. As difficult as it has been for us to accept that this journey in particular has come to its end, we truly have been inspired and encouraged by all of you who have loved us and who have loved my dad. And on behalf of my mom, my brothers, and our entire family, I thank you for being a part of our lives and for being here with us today. His memory and legacy will forever live on through each of us. We love you, Dad, and we'll miss you. We're going to call the kids up. We're going to show a slideshow of some of our fondest memories of him.